This is Inner Gamer, part of the Kingdom of Geekdom, sponsored by Woodlands Online. My name is Stevie Wonder. My guest tonight is
Shanice.
She works with Miss Jen. I'm sure you guys have seen her show, probably up next. Tonight, we want to talk about Red Dead Redemption. Both of us got our copies on PlayStation 2, so you can also call me Scuba Steve 1385, my gamer tag.
PlayStation 4.
Yes, I went PlayStation 4 on this one. It is, I gotta say, Red Dead is a fantastic game. It has been an amazing experience, and there's so many frustrating but fun moments that I've experienced in the game, and I know you've got some stories too. What has been one of the best moments you've seen so far?
My favorite moment is when you accidentally create your own angry mob by accidentally hitting someone with your horse when you're trying to do a good deed, and 2 minutes later it turns into like an angry mob chasing you out of town, and there's a bounty on your head for $20, and you're trying to figure out like what happened.
That happened to me. I'm walking through town, just strolling through, just kind of a nice little trot. No problems here. An old man walks in front of me, bumps into me, and he says, "Hey, get down here." And then he pulls me. I turn around to try to diffuse the situation because I really don't want to deal with this. He pulls me off of the horse and starts punching me. I hit him once, tie him up with the lasso, and leave him there in the middle of the town. I felt like that was the most appropriate thing to do in this situation. Let him get his anger out, and then someone will cut him loose when he's calmed down,
right?
You know? Nope. $15 bounty for assault and battery, and I got chased out of town because I didn't kill the old man.
So you try to do the right thing, and then they somehow blame you.
There's an early quest that both of us have done, and Shanice did it the right way. I screwed up. Where you do a mission, and some guy runs in and goes, "I remember from..." Spoilers. "I'm going to go tell the police." And you chase after him, okay? I ran down. My horse tripped over a rock. So he flies over. The horse is fine. I get up. I chase after him. All I see is him at the cliff. The horse bucks him off, and he just straight off the cliff. Apparently, that's not what's supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. And it just says, "You lost honor." And I said, wow, is this teaching the honor system? I can give the horse back to get the honor back? Nope. Apparently, what was supposed to happen in that scenario?
So what was supposed to happen, the part that Steve is referring to is a part where, like he said, there's someone that recognizes you from something that happens before the events of the game. So you chase him down to try to convince him that he doesn't recognize you from this event. And it ends up with him, so he's supposed to be hanging off a cliff, and you have the option to either let him drop or to save him. I saved him, and I guess Steve,
I didn't have that option.
And Steve murdered an innocent man. Let's drop Steve.
I want to say I haven't murdered an innocent man in this game, but that would be a inaccurate statement.
That man was just trying to do his job, and you just let him... fly off his horse.
No, granted, there's some stuff. I see a stagecoach that's been knocked over, and there's people everywhere, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on here?" The guy was like, "Get out of here!" And I was like, "What's going on, friend?" And he pulls a gun on me. I shot him.
Oh, so I don't know if you got to the part yet. So there's something about this game that I love. The random events. They actually feel organic. It's not like a little blip will pop up, like a question mark in GTA 5 or in GTA 4. Not that there's anything wrong with those.
Right.
But in Red Dead Redemption 2, it genuinely feels like... I know it's like cliched at this point because every reviewer has... I think most reviewers have pointed this out, but it feels like the world is actually alive. But there is a random event that I loved where you're challenged to a duel. Now, I messed up here because...
You shot him, didn't you?
No. I couldn't figure out how to do the dead eye, and I panicked, and I ran through the town, and I didn't realize that he was going to keep chasing after me, and he's still shooting.
How many people died?
I think one, but and the rest of the people, instead of that I love,
Jenkins, no.
that I love, the rest of the non-playable characters, they're freaking out and running too. So I did what like any outlaw would do. I ran into the sheriff's station, and the sheriffs are like, "What?" I love that the sheriffs actually reacted to this. So they ran outside, and like a gunfight ensues. And then they come in, they're like so casual. Yep, well that's done. So I could have gotten something out of this. I didn't even get to do this super cool duel that everyone got to do. I just let two sheriffs just like gun this dude down. I was like, well, if he's that angry that I didn't go on a duel,
the amount of damage we've caused to the city of Valentine which is the first starter town. No spoilers there because you're going to hit it at some point. Mm-hmm. I'm always looking for ways to make money. I love in Fallout collecting caps, in most games in GTA collecting the money and trying to make that financial bank. So I'm thinking, okay, what's valuable? What does everybody need? You need a horse. I went out and I found a horse, great stats, and I was going to break it, jump on the horse, lasso it, and bring it back, and then sell it for a profit. So the whole time, when I finally get this horse and I track it down, and it took way longer, but I'm just too stubborn not to do it at this point. I get it into town, and people are going, wow, I've never seen that before. Get out of here. Oh, my God. And they're freaking out like a bear is running through town. Okay? So I get to the stable, and then for some reason, the lasso broke. So this agitated wild horse just rode through town, just running people over, I think aggressively attacking people. I sicked a wild horse on some little old lady that was trying to walk down Main Street. At this point, I go, well, I can't do this. I'm out.
The poor people in this game, my God.
One more good one is I love the hunting aspect, which that deer noise just makes me sad every time.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's like Bambi times 1,000. Okay, but I'm trying to get some extra money. I'm getting frustrated, so I said, you know what? I'm done with the tracking. I'm going to get on horseback with the bow and just hold down the left trigger and just, if anything, locks on fire. I hit a bighorned ram in the head, perfect pelt. This thing was worth plenty of money and probably would have unlocked some cool stuff later game. I'm ecstatic. I ride down the shore. All of a sudden, a bear runs out of nowhere, mauls me, kills me, and takes the pelt. Within a minute to 2 minutes.
There is a really cool anti-frustration feature that I loved. Well, so I mean, like in regards to like the pelts, and there's something about the hunting in this game that I loved. I'll get to. If for whatever reason an author is mauled by a bear, but prior to the mauling, if you skinned a deer, a fox, or whatever, you had the pelt. If you put it on your horse, the trapper that you were hopefully going to take it to will actually have the pelt there, so you don't technically lose it. It'll still be there, but I'm glad that Rockstar included that, because I'm sure there will be a lot of angry gamers. Like, I had the pelt, but I got mauled by a fox or a wolf.
I did not know that. I did find one of the legendary animals, though.
The bear?
No, not the bear. I found a legendary wolf. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I was riding, and then it says, you've entered legendary territory, and I'm like, oh, dear God. Okay, let's do this. Let's just see how it goes. I found a legendary wolf. You know how I killed it? It ran at me. I pulled out a shotgun. I shot it in the face. Just so you know, it doesn't affect the pelt. You still get full value if you kill a legendary animal, no matter any way you kill it. So I used a shotgun. I shot it in the face. And my horse freaked out and ran away, and I had to walk a good 10 minutes in our time before I could find my horse again. Because it was in the woods, and there were no wild horses.
In regards to the pelt that you mentioned, too, something about this game that I liked. So in the first Red Dead, I didn't bother with the hunting because I got scared whenever I had to go into the woods because it was like so quiet and you're so isolated, and the music that played was just really eerie and I didn't like it. And in GTA 5, it wasn't so much that I thought it was scary. It's just, I mean, there's other ways of like making money. I just didn't see the point of doing the hunting side missions. But in Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh my God.
There's an achievement. I thought they would respawn.
Charles will be so mad at you right now. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, the hunting is, you kind of had to like stop yourself because you're like, okay, let me stop before I the
deer go extinct.
Exactly. And it's so like what Steve touched on earlier. when you shoot a deer and if you don't kill it in like one shot, it makes this like heartbreaking noise. It's like, oh no, you feel bad. It's like it's a video game, but it's so well done. It's like,
I slaughtered at least 30 people in a mission while we were robbing a train. Didn't care. I killed one deer and I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I felt awful.
And so the game kind of forces you, it's like, hey, so if you're going to go hunting, especially a deer, you may want to like one shot it, like make use of like your dead eye. And skinning the animals, I wasn't expecting for it to be so
graphic.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can also take the meat back or sell the carcass and everything, which is nice. You can put one carcass on each horse, which is realistic.
Yeah, and the meat will actually rot too if
you don't get to it quick. So it just, for me, because I usually just go for the pelts and everything and I stay away from camp for so long, I just leave this area riddled with corpses, which now that I'm saying it makes me feel awful.
And I didn't realize this too until yesterday. So on the subreddit for Red Dead Redemption, someone, like, he basically does what, like, Steve does. Like, he leaves the carcass of the animal, and he kept going back in-game, like, I think every few hours, and you can actually see the carcass decompose.
And so I've seen animals.
Yeah, you can literally see, after a while, you'll see the bones of the same exact fox or wolf that you killed, and this game is, oh my gosh.
I know this is a little tangent, but my favorite story from the first Red Dead was actually a glitch in the game. Where there was an achievement, a challenge that I wanted to get, because I'd done almost everything else, where you had to kill a bear with a knife, which is near impossible in that game. So I'm up on top of this hill where there's bears spawn and everything, and a bear comes running at me. I cannot kill this thing. I just did not prep enough for this challenge. I kill the bear. All of a sudden I hear another growl. Another bear came over. The game glitched and continuously spawned bears. I ran out of ammo at this point, and you know how much ammo you can carry in that first game. I ran out of ammo because bears just continuously spawned, and I couldn't get out of there because the bears would just keep going and keep going. I killed like 50 bears.
Nice, like I mentioned, like ammo too, because the ammo in this game, like this game really forces you like to fight to go shopping at the gunsmith or at your camp. Oh, the camp is fun too.
Yeah,
and so it's not like in in Grand Theft Auto, even in the first game, we're like, oh, well, it's no biggie. I've got like
tons of ammo.
Yeah. But this one, it's like, oh god, I'm out of ammo, and it's like, it's the O'Driscolls are after me, and oh my god, I hate that game.
I love my shotgun. I love it. I use it at range too, which is hilarious because the dude is considerably far enough away that the shotgun, in theory, should not work. Somehow it worked, and it took his head off.
Yeah.
At range. It made no sense, and when you're chasing down a stagecoach or something random, the shotgun works great. You lock on, it just takes out everybody. Just the spread annihilates everything. So when you get the shotgun, keep your ammo up. This thing's sick. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, this game, it's... I mean, I think... I mean, just... It really is, I think, it's one of like a few games that came out this year that's really worth the hype. Like, if anything that you've heard, it's that and then some.
It is amazing. I haven't even touched the online in any way, shape, or form.
It's not available yet.
It's not available yet?
No.
Oh, good to know. Be waiting, because it is going to come out, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be Grand Theft Horse Online.
But there's so much to do in this game. Like, I mean, I've literally gone 2 hours, our time, without doing any of like the main storyline missions. I've just wandered the area. I've done little side missions. I've just gone into town. I've hunted. I've just done all these little things, and there's something new. You can find something new in this game every. I mean, gosh,
I found
every 30
poker.
minutes.
You can play poker with people, and it's funny because you can tell when they're bluffing. And sometimes I'll just bet their total, so they have to go all in. I am the meanest person when it comes to poker, and it is fantastic. I love it.
And storyline-wise, no spoilers, but if you played the first one, you kind of figure out what's going to happen to, like, certain characters. But just, even, like, the story, I'm only on, like, chapter 2. And even that, that took a while to get to, because again, you get sidetracked so often.
I just hit chapter 3 before I came here. So, and I have not even touched it. No spoilers. I love my favorite character so far has got to be John. John Marston, the character from the second one. He's young. You find out how he gets his scars, where his wife is. Kind of waifu, you know.
His wife.
They're not really married. I think they're going to be married. I don't know what's going on with them.
Have you finished Red Dead 1?
Oh yeah, I 100%ed it to where I got the government outfit and I could shoot people and there was no bounties anymore. It got boring after that.
Yeah, John, so I tried to keep away from any like spoilers for the game's official release. So I knew John would be in the game, but I had no idea that the voice actor who voiced John would come back. So just hearing him again, after like 8 years made me happy. Same with like Abigail's voice actress.
If Rockstar calls you to come back, go and do it. I mean,
well, if y'all have time, go to YouTube. There's like a mini documentary on the voice actor because he had so many offers after this game. I mean, because he did such a incredible job. If you played the first game, you know him.
Oh, so good.
But he basically walked away from all these offers because he wanted to spend time with his family. Yeah. And like Steve said, the fact that he came back. Well, I guess if Rockstar's going to offer you something, you're going to come back. But yeah, it was good hearing him again. But yeah, John, he's my favorite character in this one. But I love Arthur too. He's so dry and sarcastic. Yeah, he's
not an educated man, and he knows it.
None of them are.
Well, I don't know. There's a couple that are educated, but Arthur knows he's not educated, and he'll tout that fact and use it almost as a blunt. Where he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, nor do I care. Just that kind of, like, he knows he's not educated, and he doesn't want to be educated. And he almost uses that as kind of like an excuse to kind of get out of stuff sometimes. That's my opinion. I feel like he's kind of stuck in his ways, and that he's going to be, I don't know of how much development. I think it's going to be a struggle to see him really grow as a character.
Well, have you been reading, like, the journal, too? So I think obviously, like, this is going to lead with a conversation between Arthur and Dutch. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler, because, again...
Dutch is the big boss.
Yeah, so, I think there's going to be, like, a differing of, like, opinions and ideals. Like, I think Arthur, he's wise enough to know that Dutch's way of life is not going to last any longer. The age of the Wild Wild West, it's kind of... It's done.
It's closing in, and... Historically speaking, you know what the thing that conquered the West was?
Railroad?
Barbed wire. Barbed wire settled the West. Because before, it was ranchers can do whatever they want. Ranchers can go into farmland. Farmers can start planting in ranch land. It was whatever. You could do whatever you wanted. As soon as you started putting barbed wire up, you marked off your territory. It became gridded near the railroads and then just spread out from there. Plus, if there's a barbed wire fence, you cannot get over that. Your horse will get annihilated from that.
Oh gosh, they had horses in this game. My God.
My horse, I love my horse. His name's Nakota, because that's what the breed was. And I genuinely think he's dumb. Because there could be one tree, just in the middle of the plains, one tree. Somehow, some way, my horse is going to run straight in full speed at this tree. He has fallen over so many times that I've wasted so much money on horse medication and horse revivers. Continuously. But the one time that he did actually fall down because I whistled to him and he came down the hill and he fell and he just didn't get back up. I'm like, immediately reload. I'm not losing you. I love that horse too much. I even had to track him, which took 20 minutes to track this horse.
Oh yeah, that's something y'all are gonna miss too from the first Red Dead. You can whistle and like anywhere, and your horse will magically show up. This game is like nope. No. If your horse is, so I had to do a mission and I had to leave my horse behind. So I whistled and I had to end up walking. I think maybe 25 minutes because I didn't want to like steal a horse and have a bounty on me. So I had to walk 20 minutes to get it within range of my horse Genuine that I named after the song Pony. Well, no, it's like if you never mind.
Oh, what am I missing? Comments in the comments below. I don't know what she's talking about.
I didn't. So I had to, had to whistle. I had to wait a very long time to perform Genuine could hear me.
2 ways around that I found. One, you can just tame a new horse. If you're out in the plains, you can just grab a horse and use it. Or if you walk along the road sometimes a stagecoach will come by and they'll give you a ride.
I was way out there,
Like,
way in the plains.
I got lost and there was just, one of those covered wagons and there was just some guy, I felt like he had 3 teeth total and he's just like a corncob pipe and he just, basically, he gave me a ride all the way back to Valentine. I was like, thank you. That was amazing. I didn't even rob him, which was crazy.
Yes. So there is something else I've noticed too about the robbing. I know a lot of people jumped from playing Spider-Man to playing this game. So the I guess muscle memory from Spider-Man has kind of messed a lot of people over. So, but people would think it's like, hey, I'm just gonna greet this person. You end up like causing an accidental like bank robbery, accidental like carriage robbery. So there's been a lot of funny stories with regards to that.
Yeah, that's happened to me multiple times, and I didn't really play much Spider-Man, but it's. What would you give? Final question: what would you give Red Dead? 1 out of 10.
Honestly, 10 out of 10. Like, this game is incredible. Like, it finds new ways to like impress me every time I boot it up.
I love it. I'm excited because you know what I'm the most excited for? There's a legendary alligator somewhere. I want it, and I'm gonna kill it. Hopefully, when you see us next time we do a Red Dead segment, when we'll do the online criticisms, I'll have killed that legendary alligator. He will be mine.
Or the alligator will kill Steve.
Probably that too. Hopefully I'll have footage too. This has been Inner Gamer, sponsored by Woodlands Online, part of the Kingdom of Geekdom. I'm Stevie Wonder 13.
I'm Shanice.
Have a great night, guys.